Good times on everyone. Welcome back to ZSR and some more Crosskeys matches. I got Clink versus Zaph. This is a 3-in-2 match. I got Tracy and Rick to do some talking. I got Becky to help me track. I am Tomaltak, your streamer, and I'm going to hand this off to the comms.
Oh, that's us, right?
Last I looked, yes.
I don't know what else I can say about that particular runner on the right-hand side, except for I've been giving Zap a whole lot of grief in the race room. We can go ahead and start talking about Clink and their resume heading into this. Started off facing off against the Profi Gamer, then Lind, then Tito's, then Plasma Kappa sent some help, and then Sawyer and the 5 weeks of Swiss. How about Zaph? Well, Zaph faced off against Deep Fried, Magnet Hands, MM2NES Cartridge, TT Chaos, and then was the pair up against PH, who you're going to see tonight on ZeldaSpeedRuns. So, to say that Zaphikel's had a tough tournament run is an understatement, Tracy.
I mean, he's still alive, though, so at 3-2, yeah, both these runners are going to be playing for their tournament lives, but neither one out of it at the moment.
Yep, so the only thing to know about this race is that we're playing Zelda Woods.
Yep. Which is, we'll try and describe it as it is, but basically, long story short, there is an extra drop downs that match up with the Skull Woods instead of the Skull Woods all being in that area. Only some of the entrances there are guaranteed to be Skull Woods entrances, and your Ganon fight could actually be behind there, which is always interesting when that happens.
We have a countdown on our screen, which means I guess we're about ready to start off this race. It should be real fun to see where everything turns out to be. As we get things ready to go, here we go. Let's play some Crosskeys with a hammer.
Nice to have an immediate weapon. We have a Dark World start over at the Skull Woods with he wasn't able to open that chest. I don't think. I mean, I thought he tried it. I don't know. I know sometimes that there's a like normally when you play Crosskeys and you start at the pyramid, you can open the chest and you don't become your bunny until your bunny sprite until you walk out the door. But I think that might not be the same in the doors brand.
Yeah, because we had that issue back in the main tournament last year. Anytime in the cross hunt mode, if Saint Weary was in the Dark World.
Right. That's where I've seen it before. Yeah, okay. So I knew I'd seen it before somewhere, and I couldn't remember where. So yeah. Oh. We're gonna take a. So Clink's gonna do as much of the Skullwoods areas as he can with bunny revives and such, which makes sense because you're right there.
Allison pointing out a very interesting fact that we had Mimic Cave with a hammer a minute in.
I mean, how many times have you seen Mimic Cave like an hour in and not had a hammer to do it, right?
Yes, which is why I think everyone who plays Crosskeys currently is jealous. Hey, Thieves Big here in Skull Woods.
Yeah, none of this bunny revive, walking, etc. is in logic. So also, I don't think this is guaranteed to be a small key, right? Because this is Zelda Woods. Zelda Woods does not takes the whole point. Well, one of the main points of the Zelda Woods is to not have that be the small key.
Fire beware if you fall down into holes. So I guess we now have to figure out, first of all, where is Ganon? Secondly, we have to figure out where, our next stage of progression will turn out to be. I mean, obviously, that's normally how a Crosskeys race goes. Lost Woods drop down. There you go. Okay, you're not dropping down for 5.
Nope.
Yeah,
Oh.
our talk in chat is currently in regards to the fact that we did, by chance, have a Skull Woods that was vanilla. Nice tier tree pole there. Yeah, we were trying to get all the tree poles here. How about some money? We find 300 rupees in the waterfall.
It'll be nice for Clink when he gets back to gets over to Kakariko. We'll just be able to pay off the bottle vendor. Not gonna go there yet. It looks like he's gonna check these 2 caves that are just southeast of Link's house.
Yeah, I think this is where we found the Mimic Caves earlier, right at the Hylia shop. Alright, so Zap drops in for a whole nickel. I've got questions, Tracy.
I mean, what if it's the 5 rupees that gets some Zora money, you know? You never know. I think he scouted that it was an item and just went back around to pick it up. I'd like to leave Hyrule Castle to drop down to last so that if it's presumably I've already found Ganon. I know I won't drop right into him and I can walk right out, whatever the cave is. But
You must have popped in to see that it was the Lost Woods Thief.
Yeah.
Went back out to reset the tree pole.
Yep. Get a map to Hera. Okay.
Such
Early
an
information.
exciting map.
Is Zaf gonna have Houlihan with 406 rupees before going over to like Eastern area or more importantly Kakariko? I always find it interesting when runners put off Kakariko with all its caves and all its entrances.
It's a strategy that some runners do employ as we get a Ganon's Tower small in the brewery.
Yeah, usually we need a few of those because usually we have to do something in Ganon's Tower.
Hey, middle school.
Alright, doing a good job baiting the Gyptos so that they don't kill him. When you do this on low health, that's kind of what you want to do, is you want to kill the Baris. If you have to use the pots, you just use the pots. Maybe you have the hammer. And then the Gyptos are relatively predictable. You can kind of manipulate them so that they're gonna not get at you as you pull that statue.
That's a really fun bow location.
And it's in Logic. Where was this entry? This is in Logic.
It's at the Useless Ferry.
This is in Logic. Nice early bow. Not a terrible connector once we have a moon pearl. Not a great one either, because you kind of have to go all the way up to this area just to get to it. Although I suppose if we get a flute, and better yet, a flute and a flippers, it's not too bad to get to.
All right, we're getting some Kakariko Village for you over here on our left side.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get it from the south from Clink, and Zaf's probably going to get there from the north. So we'll get to see a lot of that. Piece of heart. And the chicken hut. And we're going to see what's on the race game. Zaf finds Pod with no keys.
Yeah, but we do have a bow.
And a hammer. So we can actually get all the stuff we can normally get with one key, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, and they're both in logic. Imagine that. Well, did you see what was on the race game? I missed it.
I did not. I was more concerned with what we're going to find in Shooter.
I mean, I imagine somebody saw it. It's probably not something super good, because usually chat goes nuts when we see those super good things. Alright, chat saying a red rupee, so we're not going to be picking that up. Clink finds the Graveyard Ledge entrance, which is always a nice one to find early, because it's a good place to farm your bombs, and it's a Moon Pearl.
Oh, hi there, Moon Pearl. Yeah, we definitely need that.
You say that. It is actually possible to have a Pearl with Seed. It just doesn't happen very often. I certainly haven't played one.
Alright, I'm 99.999% certain that we need that.
I think it's reasonable to work on the assumption that we'll need it. Another GT small behind the bow, as well as a heart. Okay. Starts the piece of heart. A sword. A shovel. Did we downgrade it for the shovel? I'd be pretty happy to see that sword.
Yeah. I think that is the biggest prize we're going to find in here. How about some bombs at a 100 rupee rate?
Very, very expensive bombs. Useless fairy there at the drop down. That would normally be the well.
Yeah, your drop downs, that's the one you don't want to see. Hey,
that's what, yeah, if you could just never show up, and then you know it's just behind Aga 2. Have we seen the well yet?
No, we have not.
Uh-oh. Ooh, baby.
Sick.
That's a logic, too. Those with the bow and the hammer combined. That is a logical check, even with 0 pod small keys. So that's really nice for Zaph. Let's see what's behind Aga 1. Oh, the well behind Aga 1. The bait well. I mean, we'll see, but I'm telling you.
Hashfala, I missed what was the green pendant.
I missed that as well. See, our trackers have marked it as pod, so I will trust our trackers.
Find cave where you go round and around and around and around.
Your favorite, right?
Yes. Alright, simultaneous drop downs. There's Ganon in the Lost Woods. That's good to see.
That's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, I don't really mind a Ganon that's vanilla because it just tells me I have to climb and I don't have to, you know,
yeah, but even
take a guess on
this
it,
mode,
yeah.
even in this mode, you don't know for certain.
No, it's true, because we have that one drop down in the back area of Skullwoods that we maybe can't get to for a while.
Just game found.
Small key, the pod.
That's will help
for Clink,
Clink.
Yeah, because
that's
he'll be able
really
to get
good.
Boots.
Without the bow, that means Clink will now be able to get the boots in the clip or no in the clip.
Exactly.
Ice Palace found north of the village, and now here goes Zap to find everything that we've already seen. We're finding a lot of places here in this village.
This is why I like to go to Kakariko early. I want to know what's there. There's a lot of entrances there. Another Ganon's Tower small key. Uh-oh. We're racking those up a little bit. I think we've seen... I'm not sure they have the same key. Sick kid with no bottle. Paradox key. Zaph's just going to drop down into the useless fairy because he's seen Ganon, has no concern about dropping into Ganon by accident. There's Hype Cave for Zaph. She'll get him a sword. It's a little bit. It'll be
swords.
Another one. This will be a little bit nicer for Zaph unless he takes one of these connectors, because he can route down through Kakariko and just grab that shovel spot. A little more on path.
Another pod small here in Paradox.
Oh, Eastern. Eastern's the green pendant. How vanilla. So we'll have to get that fixed on Clink's tracker. He does have it marked as the green pendant for Eastern.
Our crack staff hard at work here to make sure that the icons appear in the right spot. Alright, so I guess no 110 rupees for Clink. Gonna lose 10 rupees here because you will still grab Kiki over.
Yeah, which is rather annoying. Early Blue Mail also really nice because everything in the Dark World hurts and we only have 4 and 5 hearts respectively.
It's nice, but it also sucks. Like, it definitely is nice for the health aspect, but also until we get the mirror, it can be a time sink.
Yeah, our death warps aren't going to be as easy. We're still low enough hearts, so I don't think it's going to be that big a difference. And a lot of the places where we do death warp are places where we have things that hurt you the same regardless of mail, because ALttPR damage tables are dumb. Like, for instance, this Hyrule Castle. Those green guards will do the same half-hearted damage whether you're wearing green, blue, or red.
Just around the corner from where the Moon Pearl is.
There's that Moon Pearl for Zaph, which is really good that he's got that before he takes any Paradox connectors.
We know the Paradox upper puts you at the desert exit, and lower there at the Palace of Darkness.
I think Zaph might finish these entrances and then take his...
Yeah.
He wants to get that shovel.
Yeah, you lump this together with this because you're right in the area. This makes sense. Well, that was fun.
Oh god. Okay. I got a little. I mean, I know Clink was trying to damage himself down for a very quick death warp, but that was getting a little dicey there.
It was. Thankfully, we didn't get something that replenished our health there.
No. Oh my god, that's the worst.
Yeah, it be. I'm ready to take a death. I'm down to a half a heart. Dun 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 dun. Die. Alright, now Clink is going to go into the dark, and the one thing that we do need to bear in mind when it comes to Clink, we started in the Dark World, so we get the Dark World rats and the snakes. They do 1 heart damage.
1 heart damage in with the Blue Mail.
Good work
Alright,
there, Clink, moving through. That snake room can be very difficult if you can't get a feel for where those snakes are going.
Yeah. Just a bug net for his trouble. Alright, now it's Paradox for Zaph.
Yeah, we've already checked everything surrounding, so we are going to take this as a connector. Our restreamer is rooting on an early Aga, but we also still need a lamp before we can even discuss that too.
But it's gonna be bait. It's always bait. Well behind Aga 1 is always bait.
Alright, going out Hyrule Castle Middle takes us over to the Mire area.
We'll see if it's bait this seed, but yeah, good to find the connectors into Misery Mire, although without the mirror there's not that much we can do here. But it's nice to know the flute's not gonna be hard to require, just a nice to have item if we can manage to get it. A little unfortunate for Clink, though, having not found Pod yet in those boots.
Well, in that case, to Tomotech, I can't wait for the ZSR Battle of the All-Stars.
Like, literally the only way I would even consider going lampless, fire rodless for an Aga 1 play is if the fire rod was the prize. Like,
hey, no penalty for not having second sword. I mean, Clink already had second sword, but...
Oh, he got spit out there, didn't he?
Yep. Took the Fairy Ascension connector to get there.
Big key to GT! We got an in-logic bow, though Clink doesn't have it yet. Don't have a fire source yet, so can't quite climb yet. It's kind of nice when some of these mirror spots get taken away while we don't have the mirror, and then when we finally do get the mirror, we have fewer things to check.
It looks like Clink wants to continue on this route through... Oh, no. Just got the directions mixed up. Wants to check the right exit.
Yep. Yeah, and Zaph, I think, is gonna... given the way he dealt with Paradox, I think he's kind of doing the same thing here. He's gonna do all these little bits before he goes there. He's gonna grab the item on the pyramid ledge, and then probably go back to Hyrule Castle and do the Hyrule Castle stuff. South Dark World. Wait, was that Dark World or Light World? I actually can't tell. There's the palette shuffle. Okay, it's Dark World. The enemies. I had to see the enemies before I could say for sure.
So
thankfully, this is not Enemizer.
One thing I've noticed here about Zaphikel is the thoroughness so far early on in this seed.
Yes. Yeah, he seems to want to clear out each little area and then take the connector, which, sometimes the game will just give you multiple connectors and just say, haha, you have to choose. But for the most part, he's had pretty well has been able to do this.
Good point by chat in the sense that we knew that all the exits from Hyrule Castle had to be in the Dark World because we were a bunny in Sanctuary.
Right, okay. Forgot that was also a part of that.
Yeah, so did I. If one of them is in the Light World, you're as a normal sprite, but if all four are in the Dark World, you are Bunny.
Or whatever it is these sprites are. I imagine Clink is some sort of... I think this is a Final Fantasy VI character? I think... I'm blanking out on them. Sabin's brother. What's the other one? No, it's okay. I'm completely wrong. It's Cloud Strife. Sorry, I've never played that.
You know, if
Final
Allison's going to
Fantasy
roast us
VII.
more, we're going to
Okay.
force Allison into the booth with us.
I mean, that'd be awesome. He's
Just
got a lot of
saying,
work
he's
doing just
hard on
running this
me.
tournament, but
Oh, I know.
you and I both know what it is to run a tournament. It's nice to not have to do it sometimes.
Which is why I'm able to console Allison as much as I possibly can at 4:30 in the morning.
Wasn't that when you get up for work? Or maybe that's when you start. I know you have early hours right now.
That's when the alarm decides, hey, it's time to get up. You better like it or not. It's like half the people I talk to are still awake because to them, it's still the day prior.
Now, Zaph Sprite, while I've seen him use it, and I've seen other people use it, it is not from a game that I've ever played, so I won't even try on that one. It looks like just a rupee over there on the dig game for Clink, doesn't pick it up, just saves and quits.
Rupees if you dig a whole bunch of times.
You get rupees just for digging a few times, I mean. So yeah, you know, we talked about how these enemies do more damage. It's good news, bad news things. The good news is the death warp becomes a much easier death warp. Trying to death warp in the dark in Hyrule Castle, if it's, you know, the light world damage enemies, it's not fun.
I got lost and nearly lost enough health that couldn't even get it. Look what we have found, Tracy.
Yeah, that was a small key to... We got a Thieves, yes. Thieves small.
Yeah, and we already have a Thieves big.
That's,
all right, what's the item
time.
Clink's not going to be able to get?
Okay, well, just the 20 rupees. Looks like he's going to lease bomb jump over to...
Zappos, yeah.
Yep. Doing full-on bomb jumps all the way is, I think, terrible. So I don't imagine he's going to go any further than this.
Yeah, many of the people who do this will go and get these 4 because they're quick checks. And then
right, and
later when you get the hook shot, you'll go and get the other stuff.
Right, and the fire bar room is in logic with boots. So is in logic.
Hey, other bow.
Other bow. Well, Zaph is definitely getting that. First, he found some. He's doing some Turtle Rock action here. And with bombos, we're just gonna nuke everything to get the small key from the Pokey. And with only one small key, I think you do want to grab this small key. You probably can skip it, but yeah.
Yeah, if you have the equipment to beat the Pokey, you're going to still get that. Nice pod big key right there.
Pod big key behind 4 TR smalls, which means getting the green pendant is behind 10 keys, which is always funny. But the game will if the green pendant decides to be required, the game will provide those keys for you. I think there's like a general thought process that says, hey, if it's going to be behind that many keys, I shouldn't have to worry about it. I partially agree. I don't worry about it until I start getting those keys. Those keys will show up. Oh, sorry, it's just a regular pendant. It's not even a regular pendant. We don't even know what it is.
It's a dungeon.
That's right, because it's a dungeon that we might have to do. I was going off we had thought at one point that Pod was the green pendant. It is not. It's Eastern, which is where Clink is right now.
Single arrow. Ooh, woohoo.
This is why Allison is in chat. He has no problems correcting me when I'm wrong. Which, honestly, I actually quite appreciate. Sideline reporter. There you go.
I remember the one time that Allison was in chat, It was a race that I was participating in, and I made Allison cry. I walked out of Zora.
Yeah, I can see it.
I saw the grief in chat afterwards.
All right, Zaph is gonna follow this chain of connectors that gets you to Hyrule Castle top. It is quite a thing, and Zaph's gonna find it. Just glad
I don't remember.
It's whatever took them to the Mire area, which might have been Hyrule Castle. And then you have to take the ferry descent cave to get over here. After we had Darkhold access by doing the Spit-a-Sided pod, I forget which that. Oh yeah, Paradox Spit-a-Sided pod.
Mm-hmm.
It's a chain. It is quite the chain.
Well, that's a whole bunch of money, but not what you're hoping to find. I did not see anything good inside of that Eastern. Answering the comment from Jay Coper, I do not think I walked back to a connector at Waterfall. I don't know. I can't remember. It was a few tournaments ago. Nice back of Old Man. That was the Dark Cave on top of the castle.
Yep, so if we can find our way to... Okay, if we can find our way to the western part of the mountain, we can rescue that old man.
Never mind, we found it. There it is.
Well,
old man rescue.
That works too. And the nice thing is once you rescue that old man, you just have access to the rest of those caves there. So this is going to work out really well for Zaph.
Oh, thank you, Becky Fairley. We did find a book in Eastern.
I think I just downgraded Eastern.
Tyler Salt has an emote about that. All right, there we go. Old man rescued. Hey, it's Meyer!
Meyer at Eastern, okay. But, oh my god, this series of connectors to get to the mountain is impressive.
Terra! Sword grade!
Woohoo! Tempered sword.
By the way, that quake on the old man now allows us to finish. Or at least open up the Mire entrance when we come back to that area.
That'll be nothing. But we have a Hera big key. We found Hera. We have a big key. We don't have a hook shot. We don't care. Well, I mean, it'd be nice to have the hook shot because we could do this a little faster. But let's do it the old-fashioned way. It's fine.
Clink's gonna get silvers here.
Be always nice to have.
Especially 30 minutes in. Would be nice if Clink goes to pod to get that boots.
We can do an old-fashioned bomb jump here too from Zaph. Nice.
Lovey 2 seed.
Yeah, Pod is somewhere in this area, so he should run into it pretty soon. And he's got keys to do it. And he's got the bow.
Yeah, you're gonna be finding it unless they get bothered by a... No, we don't have a glove yet. Never mind. We're gonna find it at the Lumberjack home.
Lumberjack entrance. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna find it shortly.
Alright, there is Moldworm down. And it's a pendant.
Okay, that's two of our pendants known. Ice Palace that we can't do anything with. Well, no, we can. We have a Bombos. I'm not sure anyone wants to do anything with it right now. No glove, no hook shot, no cane. We do have the hammer, but we don't need to see the classic. I mean, neither of these guys are new Crosskeys runners, but one of the classic gotchas for new runners in Crosskeys is trying to go into Ice Palace with a hammer but no glove.
That has never happened to me before. You have no video proof of it. I have never done that. Not at all. Not once. It never happened, like me skipping Spiral Cave in a main tournament race. Never happened. No.
Hookshot cave from the back. Speaking of. things that are nice for Ice Palace. So now Zaph has to choose between following that hookshot cave at the end of this route or going into doing the 2 Dark Roll caves. Not super hard to get back here, though. You do have to go through the Old Man Rescue Cave again. We've got the start spot that's right near it, so it's not so bad.
Here it's for Clink, so I'd say about a 20-minute advantage for Zaph having the boots.
Okay, Zaph's gonna go ahead and do the hookshot cave, because, I mean, if this spits out somewhere you can walk back, he can still come back and do the Dark World stuff, whereas the Dark World stuff, unless he happens to find a mirror, he's not coming back. And we're gonna get the 1 check.
And all it is a turtle rock small.
And we get spit out. Oh, okay. Right over here at Floating Island.
How reverse vanilla, Tracy?
I know, right? We can replenish our bombs if we want to, but at 7 we're okay. All right. Let's see where Zaph decides to go. He's got his old man caves that he can do more of the mountain. There's still more of the mountain to do. We're just gonna instead go back to the Skull Woods area at the Sank start.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense since we still got a lot of entrances in Zaph's mind to go ahead and check. Maybe maybe not. I was gonna say maybe we make a dip through the Misery Mire, but that's a tough ask at this point still, with no small keys, no fire source.
All right. Well, no small keys means, and no fire source is the same entrance or same door. Clink, meanwhile, is in Outer Logic pod with having used up a bunch of keys. Haven't really seen anything. Time for the Dark Maze. And this makes a lot of sense for Clink to do it, since he found Pod with the extra keys, whereas Zaph not rushing back for it makes sense, because when he found it, he had 0 keys, but he had the bow and the hammer, and got something really nice out of there. So there's really no reason for him to rush back until he has the 4 keys to at least put some of the stuff in Logic.
Oh, there it is. We found Hotel Mario.
Have you ever stayed there?
No, I have not. I hear the rent is very, very expensive per night. Eastern... Oh, fun. Okay, so Eastern Big is locked behind 6 pod smalls.
Oh, so there we go. So remember how I said 6 pod smalls blocking the green pendant? Well, I was right in the wrong way. Oh, gosh.
Okay. Nothing, and really nothing. Followed by more
really nothing. Our 5-item caves don't always deliver.
That's a good point by chat. Is right now Zaph at 2 smalls. We'll probably hold off at least 1 more key. That way you can go and finish off the boss and then go to the back and check.
Right, because 2 gets you a lot. But if you have 2 and you spend both of them, then you're gonna have trouble getting to the boss. And let's see if Zaph decides to do any breakage of this Ganon's Tower with the boots. Much easier to do with the boots. Just need a couple of bomb jumps instead of a whole lot of bomb jumps for everything.
Alright. Okay, for Clink will result in a big key to Skull Woods. Thank you, game.
One of the fetch quest keys.
There. Yeah. Oh, we can get to the back of Escape.
That's useful. And this bomb jump that Zaph's doing here is an easier bomb jump than the first one that Clink had to do. Flippers!
Huh? Here comes the silvers for Zaph.
Yay, silvers. Everybody with silver arrows.
Alright, the other things that could be inside of this great, fantastic dungeon. How
Now,
about
this
a map?
that map would be in logic if we had one more small key to GT. But maps have no implications in entrance modes, so. Zaph is probably going to take this all the way over to the Armos Knights, I think.
You have to, in this position. I mean, you also have the big key to GT, so that way you can check the big chest.
Which is really nice. And we can also climb, but without the hook shot, I don't see it.
And also without a fire source. You can't even get to the 6th
Yeah, no,
chest.
you're right. Yeah, you gotta... Yeah, that fire... Yeah, I've never done that before either. The climb without a fire source.
I think you have a story to tell us.
No. I mean, long story short, thought I was clever, climbing GT, then realized, wait,
Hey,
I have nothing to light the
Luke.
lamp. What? I have nothing to light these lamps with.
So once upon a time, there was a Tracy M, and she decided that she was going to be clever. She climbed and climbed Ganon's tower, getting past the Lamb Mola, getting past the
Oh,
Whiz
gosh.
Robes, got to that room, and then was like, oh,
Oops.
word I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
going to say on the air, I can't do this. The end.
Pretty much.
And then Tracy M found the lamp as her next check.
That didn't happen.
Oh, darn, because that would have been the perfect end of the story.
Yeah, that flute doesn't do much for us logically, but it's definitely going to be good for us to be able to get around. So the fact is behind the 4 keys doesn't matter at all. That behind the 4 keys, behind the hook shot, behind the things.
Also, good know from Allison that Lumberjack is the reward for doing Ganon's tower.
Yeah, when you add Zelda Woods to the equation, it's easy to be like, wait, what else is left? So it'll be a 5-item climb should we decide to do so at some point.
That's all she wrote. No fire source, so we can't climb.
Honestly, without the hook shot, I'm not upset. If I'm the runners.
Yeah, but I think. I mean, it's close to your vanilla. Or
Yeah, that's
your
not-
vanilla, but
that's
it's close enough to your start
your
position
actual
that
start,
you could
yeah.
wait it out.
Yep. Zaph's turn to do
Zap
Eastern.
will go ahead. All right,
He'll do
so
this faster, 'cause
Zap
he's
will get
got
the book.
boots.
Right now, that book does nothing for us.
Yeah, without the mirror or a connector to the top of the mountain, we can't even get to any tablets. I mean, I guess it opens up East Desert entrance, which is...
Yeah, but we've already
we're
came
not
out.
going... Oh, did we come out of there? Okay, then
Yeah,
never mind.
Paradox Upper. So as of now, that book does nothing. I'm not even reading that comment in chat. It doesn't exist to me. My genuine question is going to be, where is our next stage of that progression? Maybe
Eastern
flipper
Palace.
checks.
Well, I guess it
Flipper
could be an
checks.
Eastern Phallus. It's just that neither runner has managed to get here with a big key.
I think Dark Shopping Mall is going to have something.
It sure could. Zaf's got to get those flippers. I'm trying to remember where they were.
So the back of Escape is Spiral Cave.
Right. He's got to get through. Go through Spiral Cave to get to the back of Escape. Okay, gotcha.
And Upper Spiral Cave is the tree in the Deadwoods, the Lost Woods, the Gambler Cave. So yeah, the flippers is in logic.
Oh, I mean...
Swamp Small.
Probably important?
Not right this moment, because we haven't found the dam for Swamp, but...
Nope, we have not.
Once we find that, it'll be more important.
Yep. Getting a nice flute activation from Clink. Clink's gonna get to the mountain for the first time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this will give Clink first access to the mountain that they've had. Oh, Zaph thought about it.
Yeah. It's what is it, 4? Let's see. Yeah, 4 checks available in Misery Mire. There'll be Tower of Harrow for Clink.
Clink does know it's a pendant.
I think you do it anyway.
Yeah, you have to in this case. That big key was super early.
He's got the small key too, so... But you can't do that either, because no fire!
I mean, you could stare at the torches. Could be like, Oh, what's the game if you stay in the screen long enough, it finally ignites the torches or something? I forget which one that is.
Not one I've played. Is that a Zelda game?
Oh, I know what I'm thinking of. Something totally different.
Also, shoutouts to another well-executed Tower of Harrow bomb jump. That's the scary one, because if you fail it, you're falling 2 floors, so they both pulled it off effortlessly.
Kind of jump where if you know how to snap yourself into place, you can get it every time. Yeah, we're not doing the arrow game today.
I mean, at 957 rupees, I would hope not.
We're not doing the arrow game today.
We can pay off Zora, buy the big bomb, and still have money left for a potion or 2. We can't do Spike Cave yet, because no glove. Another one of those glove gotchas in Crosskeys. Thankfully, our runners are experienced and not gonna get gotten by that one.
Not just in Crosskeys. Don't ask me how I know.
I feel like there's a story there.
There is a very professional runner named Adirondack Rick. He was being very, very sly. Thinking, okay, well, Spike Cave's gonna be absolutely the answer to all my problems. Go in, take all that spike damage, get to the rock. Yeah, about that. Yeah. I think it's needless to say that I did not do well in that race.
Alright, Zaph's gonna activate his flute. Looks like he's already headed elsewhere. Clink's gonna see Hookshot Cave and probably do something similar to what Zaph did in terms of clearing the area. What'll be more interesting to me is when does Clink check his old man start spots, his mountain start spots, and how amused will he be to find out that one dark connector on the top of the castle is one of his start spots.
Yep, you'll mark that one as a place not to return to. I mean, it might be your easiest access, actually, to the Mire area at this point.
Right now, yeah, until we get Mitts. If we get Mitts. Mitts are never guaranteed. In fact, not only are Mitts not ever guaranteed, I'm pretty happy to never see them.
It can be such bait.
The map to Hera after we've cleared it for a pendant. Always fun.
So it amuses me here at the 49-minute mark just how many spots I have marked on my map that are Spear 1s. Like, nobody checks South Shore.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, some of that is we don't have a glove, and ideally you don't want to be doing those checks until you have a glove to be able to do all of them. But at some point you kind of have to do them.
And the other part is that we've just been dragged around to other places on this map.
Yes, we have. I mean, Zaph, the whole chain the Zaph went through to get to the mountain was pretty epic. Right, Clink gonna find out about his mountain start spots. At least this first one, which is on East Death Mountain.
Yep, and once he sees that this is Old Man Rescue, we don't have much of a reason to continue on. We are actually going to see what we have here.
Right, I don't think Zaph ever started here. I don't think he ever started here again. Hey, here we go. Here's your South Shore stuff.
Yes. Including Desert Left.
Maybe there's a lamp here to put all the mountain stuff in logic. Here's a bomb shop. Desert and Skull.
Desert and Skull. All right, well, that answers all of our questions now. Elder Connector. All right. Hi, Zora.
Oh, hey. That's convenient. To find out what's over here on Zora. That, meanwhile, is that it finds an entrance to desert. Nothing on the ledge there. I think that was just 20 rupees. Small key on the torch.
Key. This will probably be a pod small.
Nope, Misery Mire.
Nope, Mire. All right, well, we do get one of those. Now, that really does a whole lot for us, but it helps. Oh!
Eye gloves. Oh, that's a thing.
Ice Rod.
Ice Rod? I mean, we don't know for sure yet whether we need that or not, but you know, my money's on need it because we've already seen 2 pendants.
And there's our TR bridge.
Hey, Super Bunny from the good side. Mirror! Oh, wow. Oh, what a time to find a mirror. I'll be able to get these 2 spots right now. And Catfish, meanwhile... okay, Super Bunny just decides to play funny.
All right.
Wow, that's impressive. Okay, get a mirror, Zaph, and then you can go back into desert and do whatever it is you want to do.
Yeah,
there we go.
That bunny cave just took that for a loop. Skullwood's back, which we cannot finish.
Unless can we get a fire source back here? Can we?
Go what's the fact that we're not going to be able to finish right now. You see?
Okay. It's not even an inch. It's a very uninteresting.
Hey,
Very
big the
uninteresting.
swamp.
I mean,
What a
you'd rather
key.
have it. It's another one of those keys. You'd rather have it when you
Defined.
enter the dungeon than when you know, then get it later. But
You're not wrong.
it's
But game
not,
doesn't listen to it.
Yeah, it's not the swell fire rod or even a lamp that would let us break Skullwoods that we were looking for.
MMC, by the way. Oh. Okay, sure. Whatever, game.
As they're giving us top of the mountain access, which we just got because of the mirror, but this is faster. Another pod something or another. I just saw Dark Palace. A cape. A map. The desert. Which we just left.
Yep, which we also know is our 5-6 because of the bomb shop.
Back a desert?
Alright, well, we can't do that yet.
Nope, no big key, no fire source. Zaph is now going to be able to check these entrances without any penalty because he's got the mirror. And then I imagine, as Allison is suggesting in chat, we'll take the Hookshot Cave exit over to the floating island and get whatever's over there.
That's a good point, yes.
What a dumb spot. Unless he might have peeked it. He might have peeked it. You might know it's nothing. That's a terrible place for a potion shop.
Why is that?
Because it's out of the middle of nowhere. I don't want to have to come back for it.
Hey, you don't want commoners finding your wares, do you?
I mean, I gotta sell my wares to someone. Thieves Town for Clink.
I mean, maybe that ball that's 2 stories above you will come on down for a drink once in a while. Allison wants to give me a lesson on how capitalism works. So, my only question is going to be to Allison is, can you give it to me in the Ben style version, or the Ben Stein version?
In front of Thieves Town, nothing.
You expected something in the front of Thieves?
I mean, it would have been nice to find something in the front of Thieves.
Alright, this is going to be getting over to the Zora area for Zaph.
Zaph doesn't have Flipper. Oh, is he gonna splash plate? Can you do this?
I think the waterfall on your head's gonna make it impossible. Yep. The waterfall on your head just makes it impossible.
Valiant
Unless
effort,
I'm wrong, but I think that's the reason why it can't work when you're getting the water splash in your head.
That makes sense, because it's all about sprite slots and...
Oh, okay, so chat's telling me silvers or a red boom, okay.
Okay, so regular splash delete, you have to use wood arrows, and that splash delete, you have to use silvers. That's actually really funny.
Okay. Zaph is learning how to mirror. Alright, Spiral Cave.
Yeah, and yeah, so we've seen a few wrong ordering on Clink's side. Zaph's turned to wrong order something with the flippers. But at least this is just a flute back to 8. You can get the Zora area very easily. And you know, that small big key to Skullwoods is a thing that exists. Big key to desert.
Yeah, that Desert Palace big key also is the thing that exists. That's vanilla.
Well, so much for Mitless.
Alright, Zaph is going to be saying words that I'm not going to be able to express here on Zelda Speedruns. I mean, I could, but I'm not still going to.
Oh, yeah. Why would that feel bad about this? Because he was just at a spot where flippers would have been useful and got him right out.
That's my only thought process
there. But
you
can get back there. You can flute to 8. It's very easy to get back there. Or you could, flute to 3, run a little bit, and save and quit. That's also a thing.
Yes, you could. So there's crystal number 1 of this game going to Clink.
So I don't know how good that Thieves Town was. Depends on whether we need that desert big.
Or mitts.
Which is probably yes, and also the mitts. I mean, I kind of downgrade things because with things like mitts, we might end up doing some wild goose chase that are unnecessary.
Yeah, but then the game will say, hey, you know that dam you're looking for? We're going to place it behind...
yeah.
We're going to put it at Turtle Rock entrance because we hate you.
Oh, right, okay. So Clink doesn't know it, but right, he hasn't seen the bomb shop. We do need that desert big, so that's really good. The mitts, we'll see. To be determined whether we actually want to find those or not. The game does have a tendency that if it does give you mitts, there's going to be at least one thing in an awful spot behind them. Thieves Town was a crystal.
Yes, it was. Tummel must have some food right now. My only question is why isn't Tummel sharing with us here in this box?
Clink immediately going to go see if these mitts do anything for us with the hammer pegs check.
Yeah, maximize your advantage. I like this.
Zaph going into Castle Tower with just one small key, so we're just going to get the 2 items here. Need another small key before we can follow the bait to the well. Also, it'd be nice to have some sort of fire source to go through this. Unfortunately, Bombos doesn't count, but it does make it easier to kill everything. And then they'll light up, and you can kind of... it'll help you navigate.
And you get nothing for it.
Absolutely nothing. That's not the hard dark room for Castle Tower. The hard dark room is one with all the ledges. No Turtle Rock big key to grab that, even if we were to do the bomb jump to get over. So we're just gonna bonk out to Turtle Rock West. Which... okay, well, we now know how to get to Desert East.
Yeah, we had to find the forest out at some point in time. Alright, here goes Zaph to get those gloves. So those mitts were locked behind the gloves.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah, he's probably gonna jump into the... Okay, we're gonna go to the man under the bridge, and he'll give us something, and then he'll probably flute back to 8. Okay, and this is quite the
fire rod. That's a fire rod.
Zaph? Did you not scout that and decide just to do it later? That's And Clink gonna find Super Bunny Cave. It's gonna get him over to TR Bridge.
more importantly, the mirror.
Right, Zaph is gonna flip her back to the portal. I'm pretty certain it's faster to flute back to 8.
Look, there's a perfectly good explanation for all of this. I just don't have it right now.
All right, there's that mirror for Clink.
Well, we've already passed the 1 hour mark, so I can do my usual spiel at the 1 hour mark here. And be sure to give these two runners a follow, both Clink and Zaph. This is a 3-2 match in the Crosskeys tournament. Winner stays alive to try to make brackets. The loser is essentially eliminated from the field of 24. But they'll get to play next week in the final week if they choose to do so. I am Adirondack Rick, Tracy M here, also Tomotech and Becky Fairley also doing clicking for us here on this stream on ZeldaSpeedRuns 2. How you doing, Tracy?
Doing great. Clink finding the bad news that we can't finish Skullwoods.
And Zaph's about to get to Thieves Town.
That Smith is definitely getting his money's worth on this tour, that's for sure, though. Yeah, this will be Myths and Desert Big Key for Zaph. So, if you're Clink and you saw that fire rod, wouldn't you want to... I mean, okay, he's got to turn the Smith in first, I guess, but he's got to be getting back up to that hookshot cave to get that fire rod pretty soon.
See that hookshot took you out there? Yeah, that's the question. Did Clink actually follow Hookshot Cave? Because I think...
Okay,
I don't
so
think
that's
they
actually,
did.
He might not have. Okay. So one person knows how to get to Floating Island. And one person knows what the item is on Floating Island. And maybe they're both waiting for a hookshot to do it? Because efficiency? I don't know.
One thing I have learned, Tracy, Crosskeys doesn't care about efficiency.
No, it really doesn't.
It's going to put things in a really bad spot, and you have no recourse whatsoever.
Do we even remember? I don't even remember what the Smith home is.
I don't even have it marked on my map.
Well, he knows where the old man rescue cave is.
I think I might know where it is. I think I know where it is. It's gotta be here. I think that. Well, no,
okay.
It doesn't have to be here. It could be under the rock near desert.
Possibly, yeah. That's a good point. He might not have seen it yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen Flute 7 Rock. I think that's where it's got to be at this point.
Yeah, like I said, the good news is we've already rescued the old man. We're not going to accidentally run into the old man rescue cave, which makes the Smith disappear. Because the old man and the Smith, they don't get along, so he runs away.
Monkey to Skull Woods.
I mean, if Skull Woods is a crystal, that is logically required.
Awesome, but you're not really screaming Yahoo! About getting that.
I mean, with Zelda Woods, you do need to at least get one small key from somewhere. You don't get the free small key in the pinball room that you can, the route in regular Crosskeys where you grab the pot key into the pinball key and you don't need another key beyond that.
I think here goes Clink to go check the other side of Hookshot Cave. So we'll get the fire rod in just a few moments. I can already tell you where the lamp is going to be.
Where's the lamp going to be?
So my intuition is there's something in Mire. I am boldly thinking that there's something in Mire. I originally thought it was going to be our fire source, but we just found the fire rod there.
Oh yes, but I haven't followed the connectors closely enough, but I feel like we might need, logically, a lamp just to even get to the mountain in the first place. Trying to think, because the flute's behind the hook shot, so the flute's not in logic for the mountain. And the way our runners got to the mountain was, well, the way one of our runners got was through the old man, through the mountain cave. Clink got there a different way, but to get to the western part of Death Mountain, you had to rescue the old man. Mm-hmm. So yeah, until we get a hook shot or a lamp, I don't think any of this. Plus 4 GT small keys, because if I recall, the flute was behind 4 GT small keys as well. Now,
hold on a second. Hold on. Where was the hammer?
Hammer was the first thing we found in Link's house.
In Link's house, yeah.
But
okay,
the flute's behind the hook shot because we don't have that.
Yep, it is. So the mountain access, I think, is simple. Remember, desert's at Swamp Palace, and the desert main is Paradox Upper.
Okay.
So that's your whole mountain access right there.
So we don't need a lamp, is what you're saying.
So we don't need a lamp to get on the mountain.
Oh yeah, Clink's gonna immediately go ahead and do this Skullwoods play, which makes a lot of sense. Just It's crystal, see crystal, get crystal. I don't think there's any way we could have done this on the first try, just because of the mirror being on that Super Bunny connector that was on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, the only way you really could have done it is out of logic.
Yeah. Because you need the mirror to get the fire rod, and you had to get the mirror. Yeah, so like if this were that other tournament that's going on with the glitches, I'm sure they have a way.
Which tournament? Like, there's like 5 of them ongoing right now.
Well, I mean the big ones though, like the Hyper Major Glitches tournament is one of the bigger ones.
You got the HMG going on, you got the boots going on, you had Enemizer that just wrapped up this past weekend.
Yeah, Mentor tournament going as well.
Mentor tournaments going on. Soon there'll be
no one's doing those sequence breaks for the boots tournament. At least not that kind of sequence breaking. You want to say announcement for?
Yeah, soon there will be an announcement for the main tournament, but I do not know what is going to be said at that point in time.
I mean, you couldn't share even if you did, so.
All I can tell you about that tournament is I'm going to be watching the tournament from the sidelines this year.
Well, you take a year off? Oh, that's nice. Hey, we get a book check. And we get a map. So at this point, I feel like Zaph kind of needs to find a hookshot somewhere to get him back over to Hookshot Cave. So we can get his fire rod.
The main question is, where could this hookshot be? Oh look, we're also going to sequence break the finish of Desert. More out of the sense out. Nice Mire Small. Out of the sense that... out of the sense that we haven't found the Desert Small yet, have we?
No, we haven't. I mean, there's a big difference, of course, between sequence breaking around a small key that you may or may not end up needing, and sequence breaking around an item that you do need. So you just do this.
It's logic. It's logic. But as runners will tell you, what is logic?
Logic is something you need to pay attention to so you don't look for your items in places they can't be.
But whoever wants to do that?
Someone that wants to win their race.
Or if you want to climb GT 3 times to get your progressions.
I won't say the names of the players, but there was a league match a few years ago where there was a pod small key on the left side of GT, and one player ignored that pod small key and was looking for the hook shot in places it couldn't be, and the other player didn't, and guess who won?
Well, we're talking about all of that. Clink has now completed the 5-6 chain with the skull and desert. Now 3 crystals. Zaph is going to have to start moving along here as far as getting that fire rod is concerned.
Yeah, he really does. But yeah, and to answer chat, yeah, of course the desert small key might still be needed. But you play like you know that you have to get the crystal.
Pod's the other pendant.
You don't know.
Pod's the other pendant.
Whereas you don't know if those items are required, and it ends up being a fetch quest. No different than it's a 2-item fetch quest instead of a 1-item fetch quest. Whenever you find that desert small key. But yeah, I feel like Zaph is just kind of running in circles. I don't.
Yeah.
That fire rod maybe. We don't have a Canis Samaria to go right side GT yet, but that might be the thing that comes up next. Also, it gives us the climb. Up to 3 chests. Oh, they're both going to be opening Mire at the same time. And you keep mentioning Misery Mire. Nobody's gone in there yet. The actual Misery Mire as opposed to the Misery Mire that's got the library with the heart.
Zaph grabs it for heart number 14. Does Clink do the same for heart number 14? Clink says no.
I mean, there is a very minor significance with the 14th heart. It does let you break Spike Cave without a protection item. But, like, we're going to find other hearts anyway, and we're probably going to find the protection item if Spike Cave is required.
Now it's 14 versus 13. The sinkage is gone. There's Desert's Dam. Or not Desert's Dam, the dam. It begins with a D. Desert's Dam.
And we do have.
How does that work? Is it like
a
timepiece there? The sands come down to the glass?
Nope. And of course we do have a cave, so Spike Cave is just in logic.
Yeah, Zaph is starting to get into that, what's going on here?
I mean, to be fair, it's unclear where our next progression piece is. Like, the fire rod doesn't... I guess it's an entrance in a really awful spot.
I guess it's an entrance. We can climb GT to get to
GT,
all the 3 wonderful checks. When was the last time you saw a hookshot at Moldy or Pre-Moldy 2?
It can happen.
It can. I gave a C to Fred that had it on Pre-Moldorm 2.
Isn't Fred your friend? Why would you do that?
For pure chaos, and I made him play it in logic because the Canis Samaria was behind Moldorm 2 with the 4th GT small in the Meyer Big Chest.
It's always fun when Fred agrees to play a seed and stay in logic.
So yes, that was a double dip of GT in the logic sense.
Oh, Clink can do some Turtle Rock.
I like how Allison's trying to telegraph what Zaphikel is up to, but...
I mean, I've kind of given up on... Clink's gonna do the 2 checks of GT here.
Ah, I see what happened. Zaph got it misremembered which one was in the light and which one's in the dark. It's happened before.
All right, yeah, Ice Palace makes sense. I mean, we have a small key, right? Yeah, okay. Doing this, no hook, no cane is bad enough, but if you at least have the small key, you don't have to do anything wonky to route it. You can still just go to the right side. God, I hope for his sake there's a hook shot in here. Gets him back to the mountain. I wouldn't surprise me if Clink gets here soonish too, but you know, obviously you don't want to do Ice Palace without a cane of Samaria anymore. I say anymore, but you know, do you realize, Rick, that the icebreaker has been around for over 5 years?
You mean it's been longer than 5 years that I've complained about that? Wait, next you'll tell me that it's been more than 5 years that I've been complaining about Diver Down in Mire, or not Mire, in Swamp.
I mean, same age. They got approved the same weekend. During League I remember it being like it was like the middle of the week in League Season 2.
I remember complaining about that trick.
The trick I used to complain about was Harapot until the more recent, like the progression of Harapot from what it was originally, which was a pain in the you-know-what.
Yeah, the Breadcun setup was just so remarkable.
Yeah. Oh my god, it just changed everything. All right, both runners in Ice Palace now.
By the way, somebody was asking about the Enemizer tournament. Shoutouts to Bread, who was the runner-up of that tournament.
Nice.
Our tracker asking, do I complain about Specky Clip 2? I complain about everything. Get off my lawn.
I'm being reminded we're actually allowed to swear here.
Heck yeah.
Alright, our second item in Ice Palace is 10 arrows. Not interesting.
Flip heel, even I didn't do that.
There's
Of course, it's gotta be right there. The ice big. At the peak.
Oh, that's not great for Zaph because he still doesn't have the fire rod to do as many things with that cane as Clink's gonna be able to do with that cane. I don't believe that cane being over there on the right side can lead to the hook shot. Although I won't swear to it because we're in the Doors branch, so it might be different.
I'm gonna let Allison answer that one. I'm not even.
Yeah, there you go.
Trying. Yep, correct.
Okay,
you are correct. No way I was going to even
It'll just be iced tea, right? It'll just be an iced tea.
No way I was going to even try to answer that. My head spins around when it comes to Ice Palace logic. You want to get me all messed up on a dungeon in regards to logic and key logic and all that? Welcome to Ice, friends!
So even if you have both Ice Palace small keys, because of where the key that's under the block exists, and because of the door behind the big key, you can still unlock you can use all your keys and keep yourself from that right side. In which case, the only way to get there is the hook shot. It was not a hook shot. I mean, Ice T failing. The number of times I've seen progression in Crosskey seeds in Ice T. Usually without a hammer or a glove, but you know, that's a different story.
Yeah, it's so much nice. It's so much fun when your glove turns out to be there. And then you start to scream at the game because you spent an hour and a half avoiding the place when it's in a Spear 1 location, and you could have done it earlier, but you didn't want to do it because you didn't have a glove.
Yep. Or
You know,
hammer.
when I retire from this, when I retire from Link to the Past randomizer, Tracy, I'm going to need about $5,000 worth of therapy.
You sure we don't already need it now? All right, Cold Stare fight for Zaph. Maybe the hookshot will be here. Actually, I'm not sure that's possible either. What do we got? We have an ether.
Bolt coin.
Okay, so I feel like Ganon's tower is the progression at this point. We've got Candace and Mario opening up the right side and the Fire Rod opening up the climb. We still don't have a hookshot for the last chest. Granted, we still only have 3 small keys. So maybe it's just tile room? Zaph's gonna do tile room right away.
Allison's telling me it's not their fault I don't go to the locations. Well, I keep being told to go to where the items are.
I mean, that's how you win races, right?
I can't help it if the locations I go to are the wrong ones because I'm not thinking about logic all that well. I still think
Frontier is also yeah, it could be Frontier. And it's still, you're right, it could still be Misery Mire. Misery Mire is still a thing that exists that our runners have not touched, other than to see that it exists. But Zaph is going to probably, I imagine, will follow this cane as much as he can. That cane does mean that if we go into Misery Mire and find a big key, we can finish it. It was not tile room. And that is all that Zaph can do in GT. Clink can do more. Here we go. Here's the Mire play.
Here is Misery Mire. Now,
so if we do find a big key, we can finish this, and we have silver to kill Vitreous with.
The only thing that's unfortunate for Zaph is that we still do not have a fire source, so we cannot get all the items inside of here. So the two items on the left side of this dungeon will go without being discovered.
If the answer is Misery Mire, though, there's a really good chance it's not behind the fire lock side because we only have one key. Yeah, we only have the one key anyway.
Logic's logic.
Not that, there couldn't be another Misery Mire small key in a really dumb spot, which is the biggest reason why, you try and do that while you're here. Alright, Clink dragging the purple chest.
Compass to this dungeon.
Small key to desert.
Yeah, sure, thanks, game. Whatever you say. Alright, last item that Zaph can pick up inside of this mire. Survey says...
It's bombs.
Absolutely nothing.
So if the answer is Misery Mire, it is not. It is fire locked or big key locked, if there's an answer there.
Oh boy, Swamp Palace.
Oh, we can do stuff here. We can't finish it unless the hookshot decides to be in swamp, which, is really gross.
When was the last time you had a hookshot in Swamp Palace?
I think one of my mentees had a hookshot in Swamp Palace during the Mentor tournament. We had some very dumb seeds in that tournament.
And they didn't go running screaming from this video game?
I know, right?
That's a miracle in its own way. So sad news, Specky Specs. We're not going to see the your clip here. Compliments of Zaphikel.
Might see it. Clink might do it if the hookshot is not in here.
Becky Fairley, I think you were in that race alongside me with that hookshot was in swamp. Like, we talked about that therapist a moment ago. The therapist is going to say, point on the doll where it hurt you, and I'm going to point at every single orifice.
Alright, Clink is going to go ahead and do the right side of GT. This won't be the hook shot, but it could be other useful things. So are we down to... I mean, I'm not going to... Well, we have right side desert now for Zaph from the small key that he got.
We got an appearance by Swamp Palace in chat. Where's the hook shot?
Haven't seen Mr. Swamp Palace in a while. Maybe somebody figured out who it was.
It's fun when Swamp Palace comes at the same time with Hera Basement.
Oh, there he is! Woohoo!
Fluke 7, Allison. It's at the swamp, or the dam entrance.
Alright, we get to do this the really slow way. We get to find out what's over here on the right side of GT.
Pain and victory. Alright, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. And
Small key to Turtle Rock. So there is a logical
there.
There is logic there. Woohoo! A small key to Turtle Rock, which logically we need all 4 of because we do need to beat Trinex. It is extremely rare in a Crosskeys seed that you actually need all four small keys. It can happen if 3 of your entrances are blocked, and you need stuff both at the top and, of course, obviously Trinex. Small key to Ganon's
Tower.
That's Ganon's Tower 4.
Yay.
Everything in logic except the hook shot blocked stuff, which is, well, the right side, which because of the cane, and the last climb spot.
Here we go. Right side. A left side swamp turns out to be absolutely... Well...
Odd small. That is not nothing. It is not what you want to find, but it is not nothing.
Something, I guess.
It is a thing that exists. And I don't think Zaph has gone back into pod since the very early moments of the seed when he got the boots out of there with the actually in logic hammer and bow. Clink is chasing the front of Turtle Rock, which again will not be the hook shot. Can hook shot be on Ped? I don't see why not. It's a lamp! And a big... Okay, well...
Okay!
Okay, so the, Zaph really needs that fire rod. Of course, Clink can't finish the dungeon yet because he doesn't have an ice rod. Please, game, do not let this come down to just being an ice rod hunt.
So, that does eliminate hookshot from being on the pedestal because of that lamp location.
Yep. You need the lamp logically for Eastern. You cannot do that with the... We cannot logically do that with the fire rod. Oh, they have the ice rod. Never mind. No ice rod hunts today.
The map to Meyer.
Thanks for reminding me, because yeah, definitely assuage my concerns there. So that fire rod is starting to, and we still have right side Meyer, so that fire rod is starting to be a problem for Zaph.
It really is. I think we're at this point here where it's going to be pretty much game and set for Clink.
Yeah, Clink's going to go ahead and finish this dungeon.
In fact, Hookshot and Meyer Big for go.
Yeah. And we might just find those on Laser Bridge. Clink could exit Laser Bridge, but he does run the risk of it being at a Yeah. Well, at this point, it would have to be either Vanilla GT or the Pyramid Fairy to get actually locked out. But you can't eliminate those as possibilities. So I imagine he won't actually exit this.
That's one of your two goes.
There's that Meyer Big Key. Gold Sword is nice.
I don't think we're going to find the hook shot here based on what we are seeing, nor are we going to see at the well. Yeah, but we know the hook shot cannot be behind Castle Tower at this point, depending on where that exit goes. And chat is speculating it's one of two. I think it's one of two locations at this point. It is either going to be Bumper Ledge, which I don't think we've seen, or TR Bridge, or TR Laser Bridge, vanilla.
Yeah, with that, yeah, with TR Laser Bridge, you don't care. Like that's a big who cares.
And chat's telling us we've seen Bumper Ledge. Okay.
Okay, yeah, Bumper Ledge would be a problem. Would be one you'd want to look for because there is an entrance we could get to with the mirror there.
It's not in desert.
Nope.
So the fire rod really is the story of this seed.
Yep. You know, I go back to when we all thought that Zaph was going to go ahead and take the Hookshot Cave exit, which he knew went to Floating Island. Oh, he's going to see it now.
And this is going to be bad news here for Zaph.
Yeah, well, now at least he can get back on track.
And that gesture right there, that little bit of movement you saw from Zaph is a S-T.
Yep.
Well, I think we're going to also say the F word there too, but yeah. That is not a great scenario for Zaphikel in this situation.
Yeah, and yeah, there's like GT Climb, you don't even care anymore because like it's 3 items, but in the the hookshot can't be beyond. Yeah, the fourth chest can't be the hookshot, and the drop down can't be the hookshot. So all that stuff can't be the hookshot anyway. Hookshot can't have the hookshot.
The bad news for Zaph right now is he is buried in a 5-2 hole, and Clink is working on crystal number 6.
I'm trying to think if there's anywhere the hookshot could be that could save him. I mean, deep in pod somewhere?
I don't think it can be with that lamp location. Maybe Harmless Hellway is the only place.
Harmless Hellway, or have we seen the big key chest?
Or big key chest, yeah.
Yeah,
but it can't also be deep because didn't we find a pod key that's locked? Or
I don't remember. You're asking me to remember where all the pod keys were.
I mean, to be fair, we've seen 4 and 3 respectively.
Yeah, it's true. TR small and GT right. Okay. Yeah, GT right wouldn't be lamp locked. It's fire rod locked. We have that now. Well, Zaph has it now.
Pod small right there.
I guess Eastern big chest maybe.
Big was lamp locked.
Never mind. Yeah, that's right. It was in the dark maze of pod. So nope, can't be there.
This hook shot is very, very painful to you and I.
You know what? I think it's on the climb. The more I think about it, I mean, unless we find it in Meyer, we're going to see a few more checks in Meyer from Clink.
And I don't think it can be based on where that Meyer big was. Let's go small. Because that Meyer big being on Laser Bridge.
Right, unless we have access to Laser Bridge, which we didn't see the exit, so we don't know.
Yep. I mean, there's still a possibility that we haven't caught all of our connectors, and we're just assuming that it's going to be vanilla, but Assumptions are just assumptions.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards climb as the answer, which is awful and ugly. We are going to get a new entrance check from Zap. I don't believe we've seen the TR entrance here.
No, we have not. Hey, Gina.
This is an item. It is an item cave. Well, here's the problem for Zaph. Like, he doesn't know, not having found the lamp yet over in Turtle Rock, is going to make it that much more difficult for him to read the logic that says, you know, how many things are behind that cane, which is behind the hook shot. I think we're going to head over to, yeah, this will be Skullwood's finish for Zaph.
Yep, that will put Zaph up to 4 crystals. It'll be, at that point, 6-4, because Clink will be done with this before Zaph gets to Mothula.
Well, one thing that would help Zaph is if Clink decides to go for Hookless Swamp before going for a GT climb.
Nice interception there by that one eyeball. And we have seen the map to Thieves Town to find out that it was part of our 5-6 earlier now. Not that it really does us much at this stage.
Oh, right. You know what, though? So
What's
Castle
that?
Tower blocks the well.
That is right.
And remember how I keep saying the well is bait? And at this point, yeah, because Castle Tower needs the lamp as well, which is behind the hook, the cane, which is behind the hook shot. So, yeah, Castle Tower, well, once again, not going to have anything that we need. It wouldn't surprise me it has something logical, but... Alright, Zaph is actually where he needs to be in Turtle Rock. We'll get the big key in the lamp and hopefully puts the logic together.
Mm-hmm. So 6-4, the crystal count, but Zaph still needs to have Clink. And here's part of it here, so Zaph is going to get a little time back from Clink.
Because we know this is not the answer, and this is not going to be fast for Clink.
And it is hook shot go mode right now for Clink.
Which Zaph's going to be in the same position in just a moment. He's going to get that Meyer
about maybe 2-ish minutes. Gotta get the lamp and the big key here, then go over to Flute 6. Head over to the Meyer area.
Yeah, he's not going to... Let's see if he does... He might do some TR East. Yeah, that's probably what we're going to see.
Chat asking where were flippers? Back 3 of escape, but you had to get through Spiral Cave to get to the entrance, the back section of Skull Woods for the drop down to the back 3.
Yeah. Both runners have flippers. Okay, so so Zaph's going to do the same thing. Go ahead and beat Turtle Rock right now, which makes a ton of sense. I imagine we'll do Meyer right afterwards.
At this point, I'm almost wondering if we can just do there's 3 possible checks in GT where the hookshot could be, but I don't know we're there yet. There is another check that I think we could still do where the hookshot could be.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You see, runners dislike checking this location because it takes a little bit of time and is a painful location to check. But if you don't check it, it becomes where your answer is. Like, for instance, I know in my race against Diceman last week, it turned out to be where the answer is. Spike Cave.
Oh, baby.
I don't think either runner has checked Spike Cave.
All right, we're going to see the exit here. Okay.
It's vanilla.
It's vanilla.
So I think that reassures the Zap that the answer is not along the Cane of Samaria path.
So Zaph should be, if Zaph's following logic, he should be skipping right side GT. If he goes back to GT, it's going to be solely for the climb. I imagine he does Misery Mire first, because you have to do that anyway. In fact, with the way I would do Mire here is I would do the left side and then take that straight into Vitreous, because you know it can't be, since your answer is not going to be behind the cane locked the big key, so those two locations, that one location is eliminated from your consideration. Of course, you still have to kill Vitreous, so you just do it.
Our silent reporter talking about not being sure if a Skullwood's key was there. I think, if I remember correctly, as we check Eastern, I think there was a Skullwood small in the Meyer big chest. I think. So that might disqualify that.
All right, so Clink's checking Eastern Palace. So he's not on the logic here. We've already seen all the stuff here. So this should be Mire for Zaph. See what he does in Misery Mire. Okay, big chest. Let's see if he leaves after big chest. Although I feel like you climb before you do this, but okay. Let's see. Could be. Okay, you're right. But big chest could be the answer.
Mushroom.
Hey, remember how I said that the location of that potion shop was awful?
Yeah.
Also, he is going to go ahead and clear this, but because of the lamp location, this cannot be the hook shot.
So, Chad asking why isn't Samaria in logic? It's because it was in the Ice Palace big key chest. So you need a hook shot to get over to that side.
Yeah, the only time the right side of ice is in logic without the hook shot is if the big key is also there.
There's the confirmation about that skull small that I was talking about.
Also means the logic in entrance, you cannot, the fire red does not put the Armos Knights in logic in entrance.
Yeah.
It needs to be
any entrance. There's your ice small, by the way. Any entrance mode runs on the original basic logic, and not the advanced logic like you see in an open or standard key sanity non-entrance shuffled modes.
So it looks like neither one of our runners is quite following that logic, and I'm still thinking it's GT Climb. I
still am out. I'm gonna hedge my bets on Spike Cave.
I mean, I would do Spike Cave because it's quick. You can save and quit out of it.
You're a mid-fairy. But let's also be remembering that when you don't have the controller in your hand, it's much easier to be thinking about these logic chains. Like I myself, if I'm trying to think about my next moves, I'm playing the game trying to defeat enemies, I cannot remember a damn thing.
Yeah, this logic is pretty messed up.
Eyeballs down. Now let's see if Zaph climbs.
But it goes back to what I said earlier about, you know, there's a reason why you still have to keep track of the logic. You can break it all you want, but you have to be able to put it back together in order to look for your things in places that your things can be.
And there are a lot of runners who are really good at doing that. There are runners who you sit there in their streams and they will be experts at repairing every bit of this logic chain a lot faster than you're able to piece it together. So Zaph saved and quit. Oh, Skullwood's big.
Yep. I mean, it's right here, so it makes sense. I have no idea. I forget where we got the Skullwood's big anyway, so.
Hyrule. That's as good of an answer I'm going to be able to give you at this point, Tracy. That's as good of an answer I'm going to be able to give you.
Okay, Spiral Cave.
Oh, right. That Spear 1 check from, like...
Yep.
An hour and 40 minutes ago. This is Pod for Zaph.
I mean, there's a lot of things in Pod that are still in logic for him. If he goes to the stuff that's behind the lamp, then we know he hasn't read the logic fully.
And this is Zaph's first time spending keys, so 4 of them, in fact. And we are going to start by using a key. Oh, maybe this is what the save and quit was for. It's not there.
I mean, he's got one other spot that's not locked by the lamp per entrance logic.
Right.
But I think this is going to be GT for Clink.
Nope, Clink's going right back to Pod too.
Also going back to Pod.
Yeah, I think both of these runners are kind of skipping that idea about the Cane of Samaria. And again, I can understand this. I, in their shoes, would probably be thinking the same things. I don't remember where the Hera Small was. It was somewhere in Hyrule. That's gonna, like I said, that's gonna be my answer for everything.
Yeah, Hera Basin might still be in play.
All right. Nope, that's the bottle. It's not here.
I might get it. I'm terrible at choosing when to climb GT. You know, like I'll hard last locate that as best as I can, and usually it's the wrong answer unless I decide to do it early, and then it's still the wrong answer because then it's not required. So.
This will be the Eastern Big, by the way.
That's not good for Zaph.
Hopefully Zaph can remember that this isn't in logic at this point. There's the Eastern Big. There's the mirror. At this point, Tracy, I am almost under that first person to climb GT might be your race leader.
Yeah.
But
unless
again,
it's Spike Cave.
Spike Cave looms large. Also, the back of Skullwood's entrance.
Oh, Zaph, no! No, don't go right side. It can't be.
I think Allison's going to have a group DM with these two runners in regards to the logic and Canis and right side Ice Palace situations. So stay tuned for the liner notes of that message on the Crosskeys Discord server.
Does he climb though afterwards is the question.
I don't know how well Zaphikel is going to be, because at that point in time, Zaph is probably going to be a mashed potato.
Oh, not going back in. Zaph, please. Oh.
At this rate, I think we might need to get some medical attention for Allison, as Allison's about to have a coronary event.
Oh,
So could somebody please have medical services, the number all set and ready to go on your phone? And
So to the
Allison, blink
person-
twice if you need help.
So the person that says logic is merely a suggestion in chat, this seed is exactly why that is absolutely, utterly not true in any sense whatsoever, because we'd be done. Like, like the number of places these runners have looked where this hookshot literally cannot be because of logic is... Let's just say not good.
All I know is that after this race is done, Allison is going to have many, many cuddles with Indy to get rid of the pain of this seed.
Fight cave!
All right. This was my
19
intuition.
hearts! 19
Could
hearts!
this be the answer? Could this be the thing that gets us our go mode, Tracy? Is this the hook shot? The answer! No! Come on!
It's just bomb.
No!
Okay, it's GT Climb. I've been saying this, how long have I been saying? It's just GT Climb. We're not... Oh no, you know what we're doing? We're gonna do Castle Tower. Because the well has 5 items. It cannot be Castle Tower, because Castle Tower is blocked by the lamp, which is blocked by the cane, which is blocked by the hookshot. It is bait. It is always bait. Until it isn't.
I am back.
I mean, to climb GT with no hookshot, but you're looking for the hookshot. You don't care. You don't care about the... Oh my god.
You'll be happy to know that my SNES NES switcher cable box here survived the drop off my desk.
Oh god. Don't break more equipment, Rick, please.
I will calm down at this point in time.
Alright, okay, so Hera Basement was just 300.
Alright, so
And
Zaph
Clink
is picking
also.
the wrong answer.
Yeah, they're both... yeah, Clink also about to climb Castle Tower.
The problem with 3 items of GT, the density, is the whole... It takes a while to get to that check, but it also takes a while to get to these checks.
Well, like I say though, like I get not wanting to climb. Nobody understands more not wanting to climb GT than I do. But wow. Yeah, okay, yeah. Zelda's got it exactly right. GT climb without hook sucks, but if you're in hook go, it's free real estate. Back of Skull, yeah, back of Skull Woods. We haven't seen that entrance. I don't know what entrance caves we're missing. Rick, I don't know if you keep track of that when you're watching.
I have lost all sense of keeping up with that. There might be some entrances that we've yet to see.
Yeah.
Probably one item. So I don't know if we've seen Ice Rod Cave. That might still be something to see. Hammer Pegs might still be something.
Yeah, I never swear to there being no item caves left.
As we near the 2-hour mark of this race, you want to go ahead and shout out our runners again?
Here we
Because
go.
these runners will need your love and support after we're done with this. Or a slight or a stern yelling at. Either or.
All right, we're gonna see it from Zaph first. Fastest way to do this, if you're good at swimming, is to flute 8, take the whirlpool.
Okay, the answer behind the well. I can already tell you, not the answer, 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 and behind the bomb wall, not the answer. I'm 1/5 of the way correct. 2/5, 3/5, 4/5.
I mean, well behind Castle Tower, always bait.
5/5. The thing is that we know based on where the Cane of Samaria was and where the lamp was, we knew that that was not going to be the answer. We're not going to check the back of Skullwood. Allison, could you please give us a blood pressure reading? And I ask this with the most amount of respect and concern for you, my friend. Gee,
Okay, here we go. Zaph first to the climb.
Alright, so Zaphikel now climbing up through the 3rd floor, pushes the block as I'm going to describe everything you see on the screen because I got nothing else to talk about for the next 3.5 minutes, right, Tracy? Tracy? Thank you. Alright, let's see how this climb goes. I'm very, very concerned about Zaph and the 19 hearts that we're going on this climb on, Tracy.
I mean, it's enough to get through Spike Cave.
Oh, we're checking the back of Skullwood! We're gonna get the answer! Either way!
I mean, I think Clink has fewer things left.
Well, both runners are going to...
Well,
one of these runners is going to give us the answer right here.
I just mean that, like, Zaph still has Eastern, which isn't Eastern Big Chest, I guess, is still possible for him. Could beat Eastern, thinking that's possible.
Not where that Eastern Big Chest was, or Eastern Key was.
No, you're right.
Here we go, back of Skullwood. Is this an item cave? It is an item cave, but this is red mail. That's not the answer.
I guess, I mean, in logic, out of logic, I don't know that Clink has anything else left. Yeah.
Here we go.
Mean, sure, you take it. You take half magic.
I've worked to get all these 3 pendants. I'm taking that half magic. I'm losing those 10 frames for all the extra magic on these caves.
He earned that half magic. He earned that half magic.
All right, chest 1, 2, or 3. Tracy, pick the number 1, 2, 3. Tell me.
Oh, it's got to be 3, right?
Yes. I'm going to go 3 as well. What about the rest of our crew? Tomaltech, Becky, what are you picking? Becky's going to pick 2. It's all up to you, Tomotech. I love the, it's two. Okay, so if it's in number 1, none of us win here on the broadcast.
There we go. We got a chat person.
I mean, chat says 1, but none of our crew does. It's the map, so one of us is going to win. It's not that.
It's true.
If it's not this, then I have no idea where it could be.
I'm out of... There's the hook shot on the GT climb.
And Zaphikel is in go mode and wants to say, screw you, game.
Oh my god.
And we were talking about Zap being absolutely out of this because of that fire rod that he had skipped for like a half an hour. And he's back into the position to win this thing.
I mean, Clink has an entire GT climb to do at this point.
We as in us here in the booth. We
Yes,
ain't talking about you in the chat. You, Allison, was dealing with 250 over 32 blood pressure.
Yeah, it was pretty clear. Yeah, definitely neither runner had the logic. Zaf just got to the right answer quicker. He skipped. He didn't do as much of Misery Mire.
Yep.
He didn't go back into Eastern.
He didn't finish Pod.
He couldn't finish Pod. He didn't have a small key. He used his small keys for the items instead of for Helma, which is what you do when it's a pendant. When it's a crystal, you do it the other way.
So what is the lesson then out of all of this? Just because a runner is currently sitting at 6-2 in the crystal count or 6-3 in the crystal count doesn't mean they're out of it.
I think the lesson is that Ice Palace right side is hook locked unless there's a big key there. So if you get something there, do not look for your hook shot behind it.
And here goes Clink to climb, but at this point...
Yep. I think this is his hard last location.
Late. Yeah.
This is not just his logical last location. I think this is his hard last location at this point. And as I say, I get not wanting to climb. I get it.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. And Argus is down for crystal number 7. And all we need to do is just run up to the Lost Woods and beat Ganon. It's amazing with all this checks and how mostly full clear we've made this seed, Tracy. We are still going to sub 210 this thing.
Yeah, that I would have followed the logic and still not sub 210. Just saying, because I'm bad at this game. I can follow the logic, but I can't play it.
Or we're just going to go ahead and start back at the Sanctuary and mirror right to Ganon.
Yeah, I think that works too. You get the full. Well, you had the heal from Swamp Palace, but
yeah, I bet you save on the run.
Yeah, I think this is correct.
Yeah, I think you say, well, not if you keep bonking to that.
Yeah, I mean, okay, we'll use the O word. Optimally, this is correct.
Alrighty. By the way, I do want to plug that coming up here on Zelda Speedruns, we have another match coming your way later on. It will be PH versus Jammo, one of the 2 5-0 races this week, Tracy. That's coming up here at 11 o'clock Eastern tonight.
Yeah, I believe we got Fear Agent and Clearmouth on the call for that one, so that should be good times.
Fear Mouse, cool.
Why not Clear Agent?
Both work. Both really work. Fear Mouse sounds like a superhero.
You know, it kind of does.
Clear Agent sounds like a detective.
Yep. Tomotech adding Agent Mouse and Clear Fear.
Well, Clear Fear sounds like some sort of thing you find in the household cleaning section. All right, get your GGs in chat as Zaphikel will keep the bracket dream alive with a victory and a seed he will never forget because Allison will not let him forget.
Official race time of 2:08:01. Clink not immediately forfeiting. We'll see if I want to see if the hook shot is there or if he's going to actually finish. Or, some runners just don't watch the race room. That's also possible. But he's not far behind, as it turns out.
Both is respectable. What a race, Tracy.
Oh, my God.
The emotions.
Oh, my
The
God.
screaming. I mean, I think
I think a bunch of us are going to need
anyone else.
Yeah, but I think a bunch of us are going to need therapy after that one.
Well,
all right, there's the forfeit. Yeah, I think he just wanted the answer, and I get that. You just find that hook shot, solve the puzzle.
Hook shot in rude location.
Yeah, I mean it was a rude location for sure.
Does that mean I get to go on to the bonus game? Do I have the chance to win the $100,000?
Sure.
Can I spin the wheel?
Go for it.
Beep, 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 beep. Well, we've got our runner-up in this race, Clink, in the room together with us, and hopefully we can get the potato in here as well.
GG's.
GG's to the potato.
So...
That's mean.
There's not much we can say really about this one, except for... How about the hookshot location?
Because of course it's there.
So the tough part for both of you, because both of you did this. Do you remember where the cane was?
No.
So the cane was right side ice.
Yes, I remember now. The cane chest.
Which is behind the hook shot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, don't worry. If you watch this race back, you will see a lot of discussing about the logic in regards to Ice Palace. And
it was...
I can definitely feel for you on that one, because I think I had been doing everything that you and Zaphikel had been doing, but slower, in avoiding to go up that climb.
And it didn't help that you end up with a lamp behind the cane to eliminate a bunch of other locations.
I forget what the cane led to, if anything.
The lamp, the Turtle Rock Big, the Mire Big, all were behind the lamp.
Yeah, that's all stuff I'm doing anyways.
Yeah.
Regardless, so not necessarily looking for a hook shot.
Yeah, but also that led, the lamp led you going up Agate Tower, which at that point we knew because of the logic that hookshot couldn't be at the well.
That's one that could have saved me.
Although I always say it was bait. Wait, bait. The well's always bait when it's behind Aga 1. Just saying. Always.
Zap will be joining us in just a moment, but yeah. I don't know what else I could say about this race in regards to how things went. Like, the hookshot being in pre-Moldorm 3 is absolutely rude.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
Mira could have been pretty rude.
Mira was just funny. Actually, I don't know if you'll go back and watch this. I certainly wouldn't blame you if you didn't, but there was a funny moment where you each got to that mirror in opposite directions, and Zaph gets to the good side of Super Bunny, finds the mirrors, and then immediately finds the front side of Super Bunny, which was quite the amusing moment for us.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed to see that desert entrance there immediately after getting the mirror. It's like, oh, you could have got it that way too.
Yep, that was how Zaph got there.
Yep.
And I
Just
see
from my
Zap
perspective,
waiting for us in the waiting room.
I get that. I'm like, oh, that's really dumb. That could be good for me. Then, no, wait, never mind. It's not that dumb.
So, question for Zap before we get into anything hookshot related. Did you not see the fire rod the first time on Floating Island that you were by there?
No, because I am playing the game on what can only be described as an etch-a-sketch.
Oh, are you still on the road in play?
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
The classic potato on a potato.
Yeah, no, God, wish I was lying, but I didn't see it.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
You. So, what exactly is it you're playing on?
A laptop which is likely, if I put an egg on it, could make scrambled eggs at the moment. A really jank resolution like travel monitor and
Oh
a very,
gosh.
very small travel monitor. So like,
So things on the top are cut off.
yeah.
Okay,
And
that totally makes sense.
I realized that I didn't scout the thing, and in my head I'm like, well, if this is hook or fire rod, I'm probably gonna be in for some shit for a bit.
Mhm.
And lo and behold, it was fire rod. And unfortunately, someone is likely liable to call me out, they already have, on my inability to track logic because I had known the Samaria was hook locked, but unfortunately, because of my like tracking setup, I completely memory hold two entrances, one of which was the spike cave that I like randomly U-turned for because I'm like
Mhm.
flipping through my VOD. So I'm like very squirrel brain. So anyway, yeah, GG's Clink, holy moly.
So
Well, it's-
yeah,
GG.
Yeah, the hook
give you a
shot
little bit.
logic was definitely a thing in this one that was extensively discussed.
So yeah,
Sure, and
don't worry there, Zaf. Allison hadn't been saying a whole lot, nor will you be responsible for the medical bills to help pay off Allison's now high blood pressure as a result of this.
I mean, I would appreciate it if he probably stopped watching the games for both of our mental health, but not really. But like, I mean, the problem is that like, this seed was kind of wonky, and like
Yeah, it
you
was.
start. Yeah, I mean, like, yes, the Samaria was hook locked, and I remembered that. The problem is that I did GT at the 20-minute mark, or like, I don't know, somewhere in there, right? Because I did the entire like.
Yeah, you
I
did
don't
the
know.
left side pretty early with the boots. You
Yeah.
just broke that.
So, okay, let's rewind. Clink, how are you doing, guy? Because I've literally not shut the fuck up. So tell me, how are you? Let's go on with your life.
I'm all right. That was a struggle. I guess I
That
could have
was,
realized if I realized that Kane was hook locked, maybe I climb when I get
yeah,
the TR big key at the same time. I'm like,
yeah,
oh, I got the TR big key. Let's go do that stuff.
yeah. The problem was that I just genuinely couldn't remember what all was hook locked because again, like I memory hold left side GT trying to like recover two entrances. So I'm like, I can't remember if there's Meyer keys over there, which is why left side Meyer was dead.
Mhm.
Like
I
stuff like
completely
that.
forgot what was on left side too.
Yeah, same. It's like because you do it an hour ago, and it's like and yes, I probably could have gone back to ice a little bit sooner, but I don't like because I got the bombos, and I'm like, I should go, but I'm like, I'm gonna kind of wrap up one or two small things. The other reason why I was doing entrances, I kind of beefed doing something, and I'm like, well, I gotta find the dam anyway, and I actually have access to the whole world, so I'm like, let me just go do the thing because it doesn't get much better. But yeah, um, yeah, I mean, like the problem was after a certain point you're at like the 1 hour 50 mark and I don't have a hook and I'm like, well, I'm just going to kind of pivot to density, but I'm like, I don't think maybe pod keys are left side. I'm like, I'm kind of doing this in case there's just more pod keys in the climb or something stupid or like this whole thing is kind of wonky. So yeah, I don't know. After a certain point, like,
Your mind turns to jelly.
oh yeah. I mean, like, because again, I get the fire rod at like, I don't know, 1 hour 30 plus somewhere in there. And then it's like, okay, cool. Let me go do desert. Let's go do Skullwoods. Front of TR, which leads to the TR big key, which leads to the Meyer big key. And it's like, oh, good, sweet tap dancing. Fuck, the world has opened up. And not
I
like the
was
world's
in
open. Yeah, go ahead.
hook go at like 134.
Okay, so yeah, you were certainly well in advance of my position in the game. So yeah, like I couldn't.
To kind of
Yeah.
kind of disclose where the race was at that point in time. At one point, it was a 6-2 crystal differential.
It sounds right.
Doesn't shock me in the slightest.
Because of that fire rod that
Yeah,
Clink,
sure.
I think you scouted it and saw it and went for it, if I recall.
Yeah, I popped out that desert entrance pretty late, and then I scouted it, and then I immediately got the mirror.
Yeah.
And the worst part for you, Zaph, was like the one thing that might have gotten you back to Hookshot Cave to go get that fire rod was the hookshot, which you could not get because you didn't have a fire source, and you couldn't even get the lamp since the lamp was also behind the cane, behind the hookshot. The fire
And
source
also
had to be the fire rod.
Yeah, and the lamp was fire rod blocked.
That too.
I mean, like, when I got all those things in succession, I gotta be honest with you, I was like, well, I don't remember what's in logic. I'm probably dead, like just completely dead to rights. So I minimized the race room at about the 1 hour 40 mark. And at some point I opened it. Clink wasn't done. I'm like, well, maybe he left for lunch. It's his day off. Like, I don't know. Shit sucks. He was craving Burger King. I couldn't fucking tell you. Like,
I just did literally everything else but climb.
yeah, I mean, like,
I think that was your last hard last location, not just logic last location. So yeah.
I had a couple entrances that I think are nothing, but my brain is mush.
Brain is mush. I think I have a hammer pegs out there. I don't know where that is. I'm assuming like behind GT or Big Bomb. Like that's the only item cave I think.
Wasn't
I
Big
have.
Bomb. We saw that.
Cool, great GT then. nice chatting.
So
everything
we did,
but Bumper Ledge, Graveyard Ledge, and King's Tomb.
Yeah, we
'cause
saw
did
what was
see Back of Skull Woods at the same time that you started climbing Zaph, and it was like,
Mhm.
well, that could still be an item cave. What item caves are left? Do we even know if there are item caves left? And it was just it was Spec Rock Cave.
Yeah, which we already knew at that point was your red mail, which neither of you were getting.
Nope, I was pairing it with the pedestal turn-in.
I did appreciate. Yeah, I did appreciate the grabbing the half magic on the pedestal. That's one of my favorite items.
Why not? I'm there.
You earned that half magic, let's face it.
I did earn that.
Yeah. I mean, this was a scary matchup. Like, I will be honest, and I will say this out of all the respect in the world to Clink. It's like Clink's results in the past like few months are kind of like weirdly scary, and it's like I have no idea how I feel going into this. And like again at the hour 30 mark, I'm like, I got 2 dungeons done, and it ain't looking too good. So I'm like, Clink's going to 4-2. So, it was an absolute. Oh, go ahead.
So I've got an important question for you, Zaph. When you go for your race next week, and you go for that 5-2 and into the play-in race, will you be back on your normal setup?
No.
Oh no!
So we're just winging this. Like this between this and co-op Crosskeys, I am. God bless. I don't know. Yeah, at this point, I'm like, my loss to Magnet was on this because I was traveling for work. Last week against the PH game was just brain mush. Yeah, this game. So like,
you've had a good showing in that one. Just
let's not lie to me. No, everything about that was no.
It's Crosskeys.
Look, all the credit to PH. He deserved to win that because about the hour and a half mark, the Gatorade left my body and the fuel for plants wasn't it. Like
okay,
fucking not
fair enough.
Present. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the reality is this tournament just keeps getting harder and harder and harder, and players keep getting. Yep, go ahead.
I mean, we take a look at your resume.
There's an easy way to make it easier, and that's just lose every week, and then you get
I'll
easier
say not play. Yeah, just not play and do comms, which honestly might be the strat next year.
Yeah, that's my strat.
I can already tell you that the strat isn't to go ahead and just lose. Like, I can see some matches that are down here in the sub 500 range that are like, why am I getting them at this record? I'm looking at you, Adalor versus Lana Bean.
I mean, but that's just it, right? Like,
Taken, right?
The community has gotten so good.
It has.
It really has.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, like again, with all respect to Clink, it's like Clink is consistently usually like top five in like step ladders, keys. Like this is just like it doesn't get any easier. People are getting better, and even adding all of the fun Hyrule Town Hall wrinkles, like you get to do a lot of like interesting stuff for it, and it's it's phenomenal. It's my favorite tournament of the year, and I get to play against genuinely some of the best players. So
yep, they're in an easy week, which is a good thing.
Yep.
Sorry, I interrupted you there.
Oh, good.
Go ahead. Say that again.
Which is a good thing. Everybody's just good.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
we have a very good quality pool of people in this tournament, from the 0s up to the 5s.
Yeah. So yeah. Comms, thank you. Clink, thank you for scheduling quickly. Again, on your day off, I appreciate it.
This is the best day for me. Thanks for making it work.
Oh yeah.
It's the comms. Better luck next year, me.
Better luck. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
There's other tournaments coming.
True.
True. I mean, like between this and League, this is kind of really all I play, because main tournament maybe, I don't know, depending on what they decide to pull out of the back of the Applebee's oven, like whatever weird fucking bullshit cobbler y'all make up. Like
I like that description.
Zaph, I hate to break it to you, but this time we went to the Applebee's fryer for the modes.
Okay, you know what? I don't need to know what y'all DoorDash out the back at 9:30 p.m. I'm not.
Well, whatever it is, it won't be Rick's fault this year because he's taking a year off.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that's good or bad.
Yeah, extra crispy. Gooey center, extra crispy outsides, and your 13x9 randomizer Pyrex. But yeah.
We're talking Applebee's, not KFC. When did we switch over to the mashed potatoes?
Listen, I don't know. I have not eaten at Applebee's in so long. I'm afraid of food poisoning. I'm afraid of ruining my life.
Applebee's used to be a great place to go get a meal, and I can't go there anymore. I don't know what changed when, but sorry, guys. Sorry.
Anyway, sorry.
Any ZSR chance for a sponsorship, but
I was about to say I don't think we're going to get the sponsorship with Applebee's now. Here,
that bridge has been burned.
Yeah, just like the appetizers.
Next thing we're going to get is a DM from Tresco saying, well, damn it, we had the contract all written off, and now all of a sudden, now it's getting thrown to shreds because of this conversation.
Yeah, I'm sure that Trez, his first thought was, you know what these tournaments need more of? 3 for 6 appetizers that no one can stomach.
Are there even Applebee's in Germany?
Probably not.
Who knows?
Anyway,
if we can get cheap margs when we're going live, I'm for it.
GG's Clink, GG's Zaph. This is what a wild race to call, and I was glad to be on the call for this one.
GG's. Good luck, Zaph, next week. Good luck, Clink. Even if you in the next tournaments, or even in next week, assuming you play. I think this time to turn it back over to Tommeltech. We will preview what's coming up on ZSR and send us somewhere.
Brought to you by Applebee's.
Thanks, Applebee's.
No, brought to you by Chili's. Let's go the competitor.
Yeah, Chili's, hit us up.
So in about 3 hours, we will have PH versus... Hold on, I know this.
Jammo.
It's Jammo, thank you. PH versus Jammo. 5-0 match. And it'll be on the main channel, ZSR1. So feel free to come back for that. Runners, thank you for a great race. Comms, thank you for coming. Tracker, thank you for helping me track. Chat, thanks for coming out. I'm going to send this over the others because, as usual, I'm too lazy to find us an actual raid target. And have a good day, everyone.